Rabbi Tovia Singer, and thank you, Eric from Peru. Rabbi Tovia Singer, do you consider that Paul thought he was writing his letters to lost Israelites of the northern kingdom dispersed among the nations? For example, Romans 9, he applied...
No, stop. Paul is a scam. Romans is a scam. Paul lied, and he got away with it. And he got away with it because he was speaking to people who knew nothing about the faith he was asking them to abandon. He was speaking to former pagans, and he was saying to them in Romans 9:25 that there's a promise in the book of Hosea, chapter 2, that those who are not my people will be called my people. Listen carefully, okay? That's a scam. Paul lied to them. The people who should be angry at Paul are Christians and Muslims. Muslims really hate Paul, and they're right for hating Paul. They hate Paul a lot because they believe that Jesus was a prophet. They believe that Paul messed it all up. And they're right for hating Paul. But let's get back here. This is grotesque. And Hosea lived 2,700 years ago during the Assyrian Empire, contemporary of Isaiah. Hosea was a prophet to the northern kingdom of Israel, which was destroyed by the Assyrian Empire. Hosea marries a prostitute by orders of God, and he has children who are given names. One of them is Lo Ami, you're not my people. His child is named that. Prophets were given children in order to name their children names that would portend doom or success. Isaiah, Hosea, complete contrast. The key is that while Hosea chapter 1 says, you guys of what we would call the 10 northern tribes are finished, okay, and you're no longer my people, this is very much a theme in the prophets where God is full of rage through his prophets, but then God comes back and says, look, there is hope. You know, it's like someone smoking. That's going to kill you. But when we say that's going to kill you, we don't want you to die, and there's hope, because if you just stop smoking, your lungs will repair themselves. Okay. So Hosea then says about the 10 northern tribes who he just excoriated, he says to them, but those who are not my people, they'll be called my people, which means you'll be restored. Those who lo rachamu, you'll ultimately be comforted. Those who will ultimately be seated. That's the theme. My friends, you know, this is like the Bible I'm quoting. Like everyone has access to it. I shouldn't be the one here. Everyone should be reading this. So it is speaking about the restoration of the lost tribes, the 10 northern tribes, in context. Paul in Romans 9 is applying that to non-Jews. That's a complete misappropriation of the text. Paul is saying that, what is Pauline is this theme, and it's all over, and that is that ultimately the covenant that was made with the Jews has been now given as a universal covenant of faith to all the world. It sounds nice, but it's really grotesque, because he eviscerates the gorgeous message that's found in Tanakh, and that's where he does it in Romans 9:25. Completely misquotes it. So Paul desecrated the Jewish scriptures that he promised to uphold, but desecrated to who? Jews didn't fall for that line, but the non-Jews, what chance do they have? Gentiles in Rome were receiving a letter like that? They had no chance of figuring that one out. So Paul was a charlatan. End of story.
Thank you so much, Rabbi.
And that was a blast. Thank you, Derek.
We only have
No.
Yeah, that was a wonderful way to end that statement. He was a charlatan. No,
he was. It was he was really charlatan, and he got away with it. Matthew didn't get away with it. The Jews who were Matthew's intended audience didn't buy it because of Matthew. Matthew saved the Jewish people in a crazy way. But Paul got away with it because he was a minister to the Gentiles. And the Gentiles, there was no way they could determine the difference between chaff and wheat. And he got away with the scam.
Adon olam asher malach v'terem kol yetzir nivra